Hi everyone, let's talk about how to crack a data analyst interview. I've divided this video in three segments: what to do before the interview, what to do during the interview, and what to do after the interview. Hi everyone, my name is Ashwani Pawar. You're watching Ashen Tech, and let's jump right into the video. So the first part is what you are supposed to do before the interview. So the very first point in this part is researching about the company. It is very important that you invest as much time as you can in researching about the company and its core values. It is really good to be well informed about the company because the interviewer can ask you a lot of questions around the companies and they want to know if you have really researched about the company. So it is not a bad idea to go on Google and find out as much as you can about the company, and also try to find about the people who are currently working in that company, in that position, and try to connect with them. You can ask them about their current experience, how it is going on, and also about their interview process. This will really help you get that boost and confidence that you really need for that interview that is scheduled in coming weeks. Second point in this part is practicing your technical skill. It is very important that you invest time in brushing up your SQL basics and Python basics before you go for the interview. Try to invest some time in practicing the SQL questions on HackerRank as well as Python questions. This is gonna come in really handy. This is gonna also develop that technical mindset that you really need during the interview, and it will also put your mind in that mindset of cracking that coding interview that is scheduled in the coming weeks. Try to solve at least the top 100 interview questions that are asked regularly, and it will really help you in your interview. Third point is schedule a mock interview. You can reach out to your friend or a colleague or someone who is already in that job or in that position and ask them to take a mock interview of you. Ask them to ask you questions related to the company or any technical question. This will really help you prepare for the upcoming interview, and it will also help you prepare for the worst case scenarios as well as anything that can go wrong. You have already prepped for that. It is very important that you give at least 2 to 3 mock interviews before giving the actual interview. And finally, the fourth point in this part is that you know your resume. It is very important that you know your resume in and out. Interviewer may ask you about anything from your resume and it is going to look super bad, and you may fail your interview if you're not able to justify why you have put something in your resume, or if you do not know something from your resume. And it is very important that you explain each and every point in detail. Now let's jump into the second part, what to do during the interview. So the first and very important point is be confident and show enthusiasm. It is okay to be little nervous for your job interview which you've been preparing for a long time, but it will look really bad if you are not confident at all. It is gonna play against you if you're showing too much nervousness, and just be confident. It is okay. I know you're looking for a job. They are also looking for a person like you. So be confident. Also show enthusiasm for the company. It is very important that you show enthusiasm during the interview. Show that you really want to work for that company. You are a team player. You are a master of your game. It is very important that you show all these skills, and the interview is gonna go really good from there on. Second point in this part is try to establish a connection with the interviewer. It is very important that you ask question to the interviewer. Just don't stay there and let them ask you a question. It is totally okay to ask interviewer any question that you want. Ask them questions like, how does their day-to-day looks like? What are the current projects they're working on? What is the project that the team is currently working on? What are the projects in the pipeline? What is the project that you will be possibly working on? And also ask them what are the problems they're currently facing, and try to relate these with your current experience, and it's gonna look really good if you ask these questions. Just don't sit idle. It is important that you ask the right question to the right person, and it is really important that you show enthusiasm and you ask these questions. If you follow these two steps, it is gonna be like half job done in the interview, and your interview is gonna go super smooth from there on. Third point in this part is take your time while answering a technical question. It is totally fine if you ask the interviewer to repeat a question, and it is totally okay if you take your time to answer a question. Don't take the entire interview, but you can take some time to at least think about the question before you answer it. And if you don't know an answer to a question, it is totally fine. Just let the interviewer know that you do not know, but this is something you're going to learn about, because you're a person who is ready to find answers to the things that you don't know about. This will show the interview that you are someone who is always ready to learn and is not scared to accept their mistake, and it is going to look really good on your behalf. And now the third part, what to do after the interview. So the first thing is follow up with the recruiter after like 4 or 5 days of the interview and ask them if there is any update. It is totally okay that you reach out to the recruiter in next 1 week of the last interview. If they are not reaching out back to you, we should give them at least 7 days to decide, because they must be interviewing a lot of other candidates. But if you do not reach out to the recruiter after a week or so, they may think like you are not really interested in the position. So it is really good option to follow back with the recruiter about what is the latest update. Second point in this part is, if you do not get the job, it's okay, it happens. Try to ask the recruiter what went wrong and what you can learn. What did you miss out and what was it that you did wrong that you did not get the job? It is either you learn or you win. It is never you're gonna lose anything. Failures are the best teacher. It is always good to ask about what went wrong and learn from that experience. And finally, the part is, if you end up with the position, don't hesitate to negotiate. It is really good if you negotiate your salary. Don't hesitate. Don't ask something outrageous, but research about how much they're offering for that current position in your location, and on basis of that ask for a salary. And trust me, company is going to come back and probably give you a salary or something close to that. And these are the points which I would keep in mind before, during and after the interview if I have to give my data analyst interview. And following these points can land you your job as a data analyst. And if you like this video, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you next time. Thank you so much.